Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out the drop-down menu below the video on YouTube. In there is a bunch of information as to where you can find me on social media, the link to my Patreon page. If you want to support me with a monthly subscription, you will get the daily forecast over there a day early and other perks that are over there depending on the level that you choose. You can book a private reading with me. If you have any questions and need to message me directly, you can DM me either on Instagram or through my Facebook business page. Private readings are booked through PayPal. That link is also in the Linktree link in the drop-down menu. There's also just some stuff in there I want you to read and be aware of when utilizing my videos so that everybody's using their best brain, right? This is a broad spectrum reading for all signs. For anybody who sees it, really, whenever you see it is most important. I trust that the messages reach the people when they're supposed to. It's originally created and it's originally created for Saturday, July 24th, right? But if you're seeing it on a different date, that's fine. You don't need to turn off the video. You might be ready for the message rather than the actual date that it was created for, okay? If things don't make sense or it doesn't seem to match up with what you're going through, what you're looking at, or how you're feeling, that's completely fine. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or you're off track or anything like that. You just might be working on something different at this time, okay? Feel free to share out the reading with whoever you'd like. Post it in groups, post it on your page, say, hey, this guy's great, you should follow him, whatever. All of that stuff helps me. You never know who might see it. And also hitting the thumbs up button, subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell so that you get notified when I go live, allows you to become part of the little community that I have started here on YouTube. And what else? There was something else I forgot. Oh, you can leave a question or comment on the video, and I do read them all. So if you leave me a question or comment on YouTube, I will answer it if it needs to be answered. And but I am paying attention to the questions and comments. Okay. So let's see what the cards want us to know today. All right. So we have the Three of Fire, which is calendula. Now, calendula, I believe this is also, I think this is edible. I know it's medicinal. Is it edible? I could be wrong. Guys, don't go out eating calendula flowers anytime soon, but I feel like it's good for your skin. I don't know why I feel that way. Why do I know calendula? Let me see here. Because I feel like I've used calendula for, I don't know, what the hell did I use calendula for? Like it's in my bath or something somewhere. Let me look here. Sorry guys, I just want to look. Because I don't want to be telling you it's edible and then the next thing you know, you guys are out there eating calendula flowers and passing out like Dorothy in the field of poppies. It says, take joy in prolific, passionate play, delight in your own unique expression, create inspiration that will last longer than one season. So this is the Three of Wands, which is all about that hope. The Three of Wands originally is depicted, we saw hope yesterday in the grounding stone, but to me it's about manifesting sort of maybe the beginnings of our dreams. We start to plan them in the Two of Wands, then we start to really expect them in the Three of Wands. We live with that hope, with that expectation, with that possibility. We dwell in that possibility, and that's a powerful medicine. It's a powerful energy, right? When I look at this being a Wands card, there's always that idea of taking action. In the Two and Three of Wands, I always feel like the action may be a little bit slightly more plan-oriented or mental, but it's definitely still action, right? It's like setting our tone, setting our focus, setting our vibration, choosing where we're going to put our attention and starting to begin to put the plan into effect. Doesn't necessarily mean that the prize has arrived, the goal has arrived. It just means that we're starting to look very seriously at like, okay, how do I net this fish? How do I make it happen? How do I bring this about, right? What I like about this is that similar to, I think one of the other fire cards, I think it was the Hee-Haw, we keep seeing poppy, and with this calendula, it's that same sort of tone of this golden orange, which I love the color because not only does it have a warmth to it because of the orange tones, but the gold gives it this sort of, the way that I feel, the color of the flower itself, it feels very uplifting, energetic, optimistic. And those would be things that I think you would want to sort of channel today with this Three of Wands energy, so that your optimism, your openness, your excitement can allow you to open your mind, your heart, your thoughts, your attentions to what it is you desire, right? As we open ourselves up to that, we play in those ideas, it feels good, we expand upon that feeling, and we start to bring that energy towards us, or those opportunities towards us that will lead us down that path towards hopefully our end goal, whatever that may be. Each one of you is going to have a different end goal, right? But this is sort of like, to me, this 2 and the 3 of Wands are really like the manifestor cards, because it's where we start to take the spirit and the desire of the spirit and really open ourselves up to, okay, how do I make this happen? We start to consider it, regardless of, whether we're telling people we're considering it, or it could be in a whole internal thing that we're doing, right? But we're still there looking at the future, looking at where we want to end up, or how we want to land, or where which route we're going to take to get there. All of those things could be 3 of Wands energy, in my opinion, right? Or just to me, sometimes the real power in 3 of Wands is just sort of waiting in expectation that it's already happened. And sometimes that's really hard to do, because we live in a society that tells us a lot of different things. It educates us in ways from a very young age that, we're to believe that life needs to be a struggle, or we don't get anything unless we go through hard work. And these are things that are very much ingrained in who we are, because they're taught to us and accepted from a very early age. We watch it in our parents, in our ancestors. We watch it in our society. We watch it on the news. We watch it all over the place. And sort of deprogramming ourselves or changing that is hard to do, right? Because it's so intrinsic to who we are and what we know to be sort of our quote-unquote truth. Well, the 2 and 3 of Wands are really that opportunity to start to maybe dismantle some of those truths and create new ones, right? That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm not still clear on calendula. I still think it has something to do with the skin. Either way, I know that it's medicinal. We'll probably get a little bit of an education from our viewer Beth, aka Darlene. She tends to help us out. That looks like a pizza to me in the back there, a calendula pizza. I don't know if that's what they meant to do. Maybe they're drying those flowers out, but certainly they're making like oils, tinctures, things like that. So there is probably a quality of self-healing to this that I think would be important, because like when we think about the vibration or the excitement that we get when we actually decide to maybe make a commitment to our dreams, how does that feel? It feels pretty inspiring. It feels exciting. It might feel a little bit scary, but I think in that excitement or that optimism that should be in this card, in that hope, right, that we saw yesterday, we should be able to sort of give ourselves a little bit of a boost, a healing in and of itself, by just being open to the idea of creating this for ourselves, of going after this for ourselves, of dwelling in the idea of what if my life was just all right, like if things were good, like if things were, what does it feel like? What does a life look like where I feel good in it, where I'm not fighting it, where I'm not, you know what I'm saying? We don't even necessarily have to be like looking at, I want this specific person or this specific amount of money or this specific thing. It could just be like looking at our life and going, okay, what would it mean to have a life of ease? And how does that look to me? And then dwelling in that feeling and allowing that feeling to expand within us, from our spirit, from within, and out into our world bit by bit. And as it starts to shift and change, watching the shifts and changes and becoming grateful for them, understanding at some level we had a hand in creating them by just being open to the concept of them and the possibility of them. Remember also the weekly grounding stone under all of this is blessed. So this would be also about allowing those blessings to become sort of a focus for ourselves, or a goal, right? And being open to them, seeing the blessings that we have, and then being willing and receptive to receiving more. Now, the Fairy Medicine Oracle, oh my God, is blessings. Can't plan that anymore. So 35, or couldn't plan that any better. 35 is an 8, right? 8s are about maintaining or sort of achieving a sense of balance. When you turn an 8 on its side, it's that infinity symbol of being connected to sort of our own personal magic, which I feel like is also in that 3 of Wands. It says, see the beauty and magic in your situation, trust and open to receive. People, what was I just getting done saying? So again, getting back to we're at the end of the week here for this week. This card to me feels like it's a reminder to bring us back to that grounding stone that we should be also grounding in throughout the week, which is that word blessed, right? Where are the blessings in our lives? And really owning them, what's the word I'm looking for? Owning them and feeling gratitude for them is a very powerful energy, right? And when I look at this card, the reason why I just sort of brain stalled there is I'm looking at this card and the rain that's coming down on these fairies here. To me, we would associate the rain like, oh no, it's raining, it's awful weather. But these fairies are enjoying this, right? They're seeing it as a blessing. Everything gets a drink, everything gets washed off, everything becomes new and fresh and clean again. It's really how we perceive whatever it is that we're dealing with, how we perceive, are there benefits to some of the harder situations that we've maybe dealt with or been in or are still in? Can we find the blessings within those situations as we work our way through them? And if we are able to, I think that that's also where we begin to shift our perceptions, our relations, our connections to them, not only at a mental, physical sort of level, but also at a spiritual level. And that opens up this Three of Wands energy too, right? So let's go to the grounding stone for today. The grounding stone is on Tiger's Eye, and the word is generosity. So for me, when I think of generosity, it's about being kind, open, all of the things that I've just talked about. It's about being able to see the generosity of sort of the world around us and the situations that we're involved in, even if those situations are maybe a bit of a struggle or hard. Finding what we're being given or what the blessings are within things, what blessings we already have, what blessings we can give and receive to others. All of that stuff should allow you to connect to this idea of, I have not plenty, but I have more than enough. I have abundance. I can share of my time, my intelligence, my compassion, if need be, and I can allow others to share with me, right? Looking for areas in our life where we can sort of maybe be of service or allow others to help us if we need it. This is all forms of being generous with our resources, right? Or with allowing others to be generous with their resources if we need them and they become blessings for us. Does that make sense? So we have this powerful capacity to give and receive, and that's how these blessings will transfer between us. And that's how we become aware of them, how we become grateful for them, how we, focus on them. It shifts our energy, our perception, all of that. And it's a really beautiful place to be. It uplifts, it raises your vibration, it makes things more possible and positive in your life. So please ground in that and go after that today. And allow that to inform sort of how you see your world, how you fit in your world, how you relate to your world, right? There's an opportunity here to work on, it's not I don't feel like when I look at these cards that we have to change anything other than our own position in what we're experiencing. And that should be relatively easy if we shift more towards this focus of blessings, generosity, and possibility, right? Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right, guys, that was your forecast for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it applies to you. I hope that you can utilize this energy and have a really wonderful day today. Allow this energy to sort of propel you forward and to experience all the blessings and good things that are in your life, to see them more clearly. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. And tune in tomorrow, and I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for all of you that do tune in on a regular basis. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care. Bye-bye.